Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Great League and we have a new Pokemon to introduce into GBO Great League. We're going to be featuring the Shadow Marowak with the Dachsbun and the Diggersby in the back. We're going to stay in here. We're going to fire off this Bone Club. It does deal a decent amount. We try to get the CAP time in the next one, but they are going to be able to win that right there. So we decided to just let it go. And we're going to try to farm down with the Diggersby. Huge farm down, so a ton of energy. And we see the Drifloon. So Drifloon is going to be able to beat this Diggersby. Even shields. So we're going to switch out and try to get a little bit of a advantage somewhere. The Dachsbun here versus this Gastrodon is going to be pretty interesting. They go for the body slam. We shield it and we decide to try to charm it down. We have to survive this body slam. Yes, perfect. Which allows us to get to another Psychic Fang. So not only does this Psychic Fang debuff them, but we do grab that shield. So this Icy Wind here basically kind of just brings us back to the default damage. So we do finally get that last shield, and it was a good shield by them because that's going to deal the most damage. Everything after that point are going to be debuffed to deal less. So that was a great play by them. And now it's the race. Can we get to this Fire Punch? Yes. Now will this Fire Punch take it out from this range? Yes, it will. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Diggersby, just spamming the Fire Punches and taking down the Flyer of Drifloon. Yeah, so if you didn't realize it, this is the AV8 team, a ground fairy ground. Here we got the Talonflame to deal with. This is very tricky. Unfortunately, they're doing a ton of fast move pressure, even though it's a slow 5-turn Incinerate. We're going to have to shield here. We at least want to play this out in the one shield, so we're going to go for the Rock Slide. And we didn't think they would double shield. Okay. Do we double shield? No, because we are going to probably get farmed down before we get to another move. So we decide to just take the shield advantage to the backline. We have to try and farm with this Diggersby. They go for the Brave Bird. Nice play by them. That's a huge amount of damage. We don't know if all this energy advantage on that Diggersby is even going to come into play. And we see the worst case scenario. The Dabush is going to be absolutely walled here. Dachsbun is going to just struggle to take out this Toxapex because of his fairy typing. Toxapex is going to be able to get to that brine. We go for this Scorching Sand to take out the Toxapex, but they already have a move on this Dunsparce with the drone, so they're going to be able to easily take us out. We either needed to shield that Brave Bird from the Talonflame, or we needed to, in hindsight, sack the Dachsbun. Alright, here we have a Great League. They switch out into the Primate, and we are going to be able to charm this thing down. Rage Fist gets used. We were hoping they get to another move because we didn't want to leave all this farm, but looks like we have to deal with the similar scenario. We have a poison onto our fairy. We're going to be able to get one Psychic Fin. Can we get two? Yes, but it's not going to KO. This is a second Psychic Fang onto this Clogsire. They're going to take us out with the Stone Edge. We're going to go into the Marrow. They switch out immediately because their Clogsire is double debuffed. We go for the Rock Slide. They do decide to shield, and at this point we're gonna have to take the shield advantage. Oh, we do see a bait, so that's our opening because they didn't take us out. We saved that Marrow for that Clogsire potentially, and now this Diggersby might have a chance because it is okay play against both Pokemon remaining. Clogsire comes back in. They're going to throw a move. Earthquake gets used. That's a lot of energy, so we can overfarm a ton here. We're going to go for the Scorching Sand. Try to undercharge it to get a little bit more, but it's too much. We're going to go for this Fire Punch immediately to deal some good damage. And We have to save the shield, I guess, and they go for another aerial ace, and that is not going to take us out because we're going to be able to get to another fire punch. Even if that didn't go through, we still have a shield for that Marowak, and I think our Marowak was close to another move, so I think we still would have been fine, but we ended up squeaking away because they decided to bait us early on with their superior. All right, good lead here. Expecting them to switch out. They go into their Dragonair, and they do not want to see this Dachsbun. This is just going to absolutely charm it down. Down goes their dragon. Do they have two dragons? I don't know. We'll see. But I don't think we have a chance to keep this dog. This fairy type here is probably going to go down soon. They're taking a lot of damage here. Wow. We basically took out two Pokemon. This Drapion goes for the Aqua Tail. They do have a good amount of energy, so now it's the... What do we want to use to win the backline? We decided to go into the Marrow because we do get the one fast move to go through. So we do take him out. Now we see the Gastro. We're going to try to catch and move, but our opponent does overfarm, so... Let's see what they're going to throw here. Earth Power is shielded, so we did shield the correct move. And now we're going to fire our own Scorching Sand. They do shield. We do get the debuff. That's really beneficial for us. So this next Earth Power potentially doesn't deal as much. You can see right there, we also avoid the debuff. And we're going to be able to get to another Scorching Sand pretty quickly. Double debuff does get revealed, and we are going to be able to win this with flying colors, thankfully. So GG's to our opponent. They end up having an interesting team. Drapion, Dragonair, and Gastrodon. Haven't seen that combination, but interesting. So good lead here. They switch out into the Primate. We have the Dachsbun here. Looks like they're going to go for this Rage Fist. Do they get to another one? We try to get them to use some more energy right there, so we purposely didn't take them out. We want this pretty low, and that's pretty much job well done. This Toxapex gets the least amount of farm as possible from us. Think like 3 poison jabs maybe. And then we see the Guzzlord in the back. So Guzzlord in the back is going to be a little bit more useful. So they did use that Primate to bait out our Fairy, and now we see the Guzzlord. We go for the Scorching Sand, and then we're going to switch back out into the Marrow because it is very close to a move. We fire off the Bone Club. It's going to grab a shield, and we see this Guzzlord throw a move. We're just going to shield here because these Mudslaps are doing significant damage. They decided to switch out of there, and not necessarily the best switch because these Mudslaps are also going to deal a lot of damage towards this Toxapex. All we have to do here is shield, and we think we can farm down from this range. Yeah, a huge farm down, and now we have energy for this Guzzlord. Even if they shield, we're going to be able to take them out with either Diggersby or the Marrow, and you can see right there we are able to farm down. So GG's to our opponents, able to win that game with our Marowak. Check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.